Are your blocks lying to you? A lot of guys are using rubber or foam type blocks, and what I'm going to show you is the difference between a foam or rubber type block and the linear blocking tools. So what we've got here is a door that we've done body work on. We've got primer on it. We've got 3 coats of VP 2050. I'm going to block this door with this foam block, and then we are going to guide coat it and block it with the linear block, and we will see all the imperfections that the foam blocks miss. This will show us all the imperfections that the foam blocks miss that the linear blocks will find and really fine tune if you want something really super straight and flat. So now I have blocked this section of the door with a foam block, and as you can see, the linear block and this foam block are about the same length. The linear block is maybe an inch longer, but very comparable. And this block is foam and somewhat flexible, where this is polycarbonate and somewhat flexible. A couple of differences between these blocks. This handle is not only ergonomic, but also helps distribute the pressure from your hands, pushing down on the block and shaping the block to the panel, helps distribute that pressure evenly. We call it a vertebrate design. And the idea with the polycarbonate is that it's so hard but yet flexible. I take this block and push on it with my finger right here. There's no deflection. There's no divot in the block. It's not deforming at all. Where if I take this block and push my finger into it, I can actually make a dent in the block. You can't get something truly straight with something that is not harder than what you're sanding. If your block is not harder than what you're sanding, you'll never get that truly straight, because a softer block will kind of bobble around in and out of small imperfections. So what we've done is we've blocked this section with 240 with the foam block. Now we're gonna guide coat this, and I'm gonna use the linear block with 240, and we'll see what we... So now I'm gonna start blocking with the linear block. And just like I did with the Durablock, we're gonna go 45-degree strokes, cross hatching, changing direction. Now that foam block said that this was ready to go to 320 and on up for paint, where we didn't have any lows or highs to fix. And as you can see, as I block on this with the linear block, I'm finding a few things. And some of it will probably block out with a little more blocking, but you can see there's a big low right here. We're low right in through here, kind of coming out into here. But if I block this a bit more, I can probably block a lot of that out. And these actually cut faster than a lot of other blocks because they're so hard. It doesn't bobble around, and it only sands where you need it to sand. It won't dip into a low or roll over a high spot. You can see there's a big low spot right there. So that's the difference. That's what you're gonna find with the linear blocks. Here we have one of our Ultraflex series blocks. These are very flexible blocks, and these are basically designed for these big round, really rounded areas. A lot of 30s cars, you know, the back of a 50s car. This is a 53. So I get a lot of questions with these blocks about how to not get the paper to wrinkle when you flex the block. What I like to do is put the paper on the car, apply the block to the paper, and then as I sand, I don't have the paper wrinkling up. I apply the block to the paper in that shape. But as you can see, that Ultraflex really flexes around those big round corners.